All right. Well, it is Tuesday, really early, 2:40 a.m. I kind of like doing these in the middle of the night. It's kind of nice. No interruptions, super quiet. Um, like my sorry. I actually got this in Peru and kind of inspired by Deborah, who got me a blanket from Peru. Um, Deborah is so wonderful, and she came up this weekend. And honestly, like, we didn't spend a ton of time together, but, she was able to recreate and relax with the family. And, like, I'm kind of boring right now because, like, I'm during lots of the daytime, I'm a little, like, um, during the daytime, I'm just kind of a blob. During the night, I kind of get like this second wind because my circadian rhythm is all out. So while I'm nocturnal, I might as well just do these at night. I'm watching movies at night, which is fine. And, anyways, I just want to say something I really appreciate about Deb. She has a faith that is so strong that she can just peacefully live. And it doesn't bother her that things are broken and that things go bad. In most cases, she's just very happy-go-lucky, and that faith, that attitude of just like, it's gonna be all right. Why stress out? Let's have fun. Really blesses me, and she doesn't even have to say a word. So, um, I just I appreciate that. Lana put together yesterday a playlist of Prime Video, Amazon Prime Video faves. And most of them I've seen, but some of them I hadn't. And so now I'm watching the ones I'd never watched before. And I never saw Bridge of Spies with Tom Hanks. And I never saw this baseball movie called Running the Bases. And they're both good for different reasons. Clearly, the Tom Hanks is a higher budget film with better actors and um, all that. But the other film, like a Christian kind of, silly film. I mean, I say silly only because the acting is good but not great, and sometimes it's really hard to pull off like religious films if you don't have like super good actors. So, um, anyways, but it was still really good, and two things came out of those films. Like in the baseball film, Running the Bases, you just see a great example of how God puts all the pieces together. And if we live by the Spirit, He can do it even better. And so it's just so important to be submissive, because it might take 30, 40, 50 years, but eventually all the pieces come together and you see God's hand in your life, Him helping you help others, you being an instrument like you always wanted to be. And those desires and those wishes come true if you are submissive. If you're like a jerk and you don't bend to His will, then it's really hard. You won't get the same results. But it's pretty awesome when you just leave room for Him to guide you. Because this dude, he's a twin brother. His brother and him both have a genetic defect of the heart. His brother dies, and so he ends up going to college in his brother's place. He doesn't know that his brother has pretty much single-handedly orchestrated that before he dies. So sweet. And then he learns that he can be a coach. If he can't play the game, he can coach the game. So he starts coaching baseball and gets really good and moves to Texas, and he's a stand for truth, and it bothers a lot of people. And anyways, it's cool how it all unfolds. God protects those who defend Him. He defends, and it was a feel good movie for sure. And I feel that way in my life. Like, I feel that there's just gonna be a lot of things that I won't understand until the next life, and then I'll be like, oh, I see why that happened in that order. I get it. I gotcha. You know, and I'm looking forward to connecting all those dots. That is going to be really cool to just have that bigger picture of why I was in a certain place learning a certain thing at a certain time and how that blessed other people. Because right now I don't see it all. So that was really cool. And then the other film, Bridge of Spies, it's about integrity. And the main character, played by Tom Hanks, he really shows that, you know, principles and being principle based is the only way to go. And it's how he gets out of a tricky situation and negotiates for a 2-for-1 with Russia during the Cold War. And, you know, if it wasn't for his willingness to stick to his guns in many situations, many people's lives would not have been blessed. So, another great reminder about integrity. Anyways, fun times. I'm glad I'm watching uplifting media that's better than some of the crap I sink down into when I get into Facebook or just... I avoid most bad media. I'm pretty good at it, but yesterday I wasted some time, and, you know, I don't have a lot of time, so why waste it? It was dumb, but it's also hard to find the good stuff, and that's why you have tribes. That's why you have family, so that people can tell you, hey, check out this film, check out this book. It's really good. And speaking of books, my friend from the ward did not come to read to me today, which was kind of sad. But I did talk with my Death Doula, and she is offering to read me books. So she can read me Emma, which I love. I'm super, super jacked about that. I think it's going to be awesome and fun. Because I love listening to people read to me. It's like the best. It lights me up like my e-trike lights me up. So, and then I'll just end on like how I'm feeling. My legs were stinging all day today, but I had 0 stomach pain, and I avoided compounding the problem with additional stomach pain. So that's pretty cool. And also, if the stomach pain is exorbitant, the Pepto-Bismol seems to take care of it. So, anyways, I'm doing pretty well, like surprisingly well for this end-stage cancer state that I'm in. And I'm just going to, you know, take the ups and take the downs and just do the best I can. And make the best of it. I think that's all I got. Talked with my nurse about painkillers. Decided we're going to try fentanyl. Like a higher dose, higher frequency actually. Same dose. And see if that helps at all. And just try to get into that sweet spot where I am coherent, but also like coherent but pain-free. So, yeah. I do have a ringing in my ears. It's like a meow, 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 meow sound. It's kind of weird. But, again, I'll take some of these little grievances if I can get to zero pain. I'm a little tired. Maybe I will sleep. But no, another movie calls. So, anyways, I love you very much. And I'm super excited that I found my grief counselor. I now I have the Death Doula and a grief counselor. And the grief counselor is gonna text me every day and say, do you want to talk, which is so good. And she's offered her services to Lana after I pass, which will be so good. And yeah, God is just putting all the people in place to make this experience. And for some reason, this morning I felt impressed to ask David for a blessing. So I asked him for a priesthood blessing, which is when a member of your household who holds the priesthood puts their hands on your head, and they can give you a blessing of healing or a blessing of comfort. At this stage, I'm asking for blessings of comfort because I know I'm on my way out, and it is God's will that I be on my way out. But I still need support. My mouth is so dry, it's hilarious. Anywho's, I just felt so reassured after that. Well, I slept, and then increasingly as the day went on, I just felt peace. And you know what? That's peace, no pain. That gets me through. If you're feeling discomfort and anxiety, it's hard. But if you're feeling at peace with the situation you're in, you can kind of just make it through that day. One at a time, one day at a time. So, yeah, that was a really neat blessing today. I got beautiful little notes from my friends the last week. Ruthie and Chris, and just people who love me, and I'm so touched that they do. Anyways, I'll talk to you later. See you tomorrow. Good night.